Chad Shannon Strength. Here we go, week 4 highlights. Tried to deload a little bit this week. I was just doing too much, too heavy all the time, and I was wore out. So, worked on my sandbag toss. I came outside the gym. The ceiling's pretty much the same height here. No insulation to get in the way. So, probably 17 plus feet, 17 and a half feet. So, really not helping me much. And still don't know the weights. It's a bag toss for max height. We don't know the weights yet. I'm sure the heavyweights will be at least 35. I mean, considering the professional guys throw a 33-pound keg for max height, I'm sure the open heavyweights will be at least a 35-pound sandbag. So, don't really know how to get any higher. Just practice throwing. So I did a few throws up there. Go and work on just smacking that rooftop. I went downstairs. Down the stairs is about a 4-foot drop. So I just threw it to open air just to see what it looked like. Again, really can't really tell how high I'm throwing. Just kind of looking at my technique. And this is more of just a straight up kind of a toss instead of wanting any kind of arch in it. That was a pretty bad throw over there. Again, just kind of seeing what I can do. Would love to be able to measure that. Alright, so another throw just to open skies. And what I'm probably going to do is back up to the ledge. Like I said, it's about 48 inches high. And just aim for the ceiling. Just hope it don't land on top. Because 4 foot plus 17 would be about 21 feet. So if I can get pretty close to that neighborhood, I'll kind of know how high it's going, which I'm going to say 18 feet is probably my max right now. But that throw is a heck of a lot better there. Alright, so into the gym, just working on some sprints, speed, some transitions for the steeplechase. You got to load the sandbag, run back, get the next sandbag. Basically just the hustle, working on my hustle. I kind of edited this video on my phone, got my top speed, and I did 48 feet in 8 seconds. Well, 48 feet times 2 in 8 seconds. And a lot of it's kind of hard to tell my top speed because I'm slowing down. I'm having to decelerate. Not bad for an old white guy. So today I did steeplechase just lightweight, 70-pound bag and a 100-pound rogue sandball. First the bag. I mean, totally easy. Just working on speed here. Just want to see how fast can I possibly do this in. And it's great, you can just throw the weights. Save yourself some distance. Alright, 20 seconds total. Not too bad. Right now with actual near contest weights, my best time's been 48 seconds. So week 5 coming up, I'm going to go back to the contest-ish weights and see what I can do with those. Wasn't going to work on yoke this week, but I did. Just went to 200 kilos, 440. This is about 24 feet. Did 2 runs here. I'm working on this hip walk, this waddle. As long as I can support the weight, I think I'll get some steps in. I mean, who knows what the contest is going to be. Last year was 750 into like a wheelbarrow. The year before that, the last year before that they had a yoke was 800 pounds. So 700 to 800 pounds, guarantee it. Alright, and did some log axle work. My Monday log axle work, I just did sets of like 150, 155 for sets of 6, 3 sets of 6. So this was Thursday of the week. I felt like I had deloaded enough. So what I did, I just started with 90 and 95 and just kept adding 10 pounds. I did 1 rep of each, add 10 pounds, do 1 rep of each, add 10 pounds, do 1 rep of each, until I got to, and actually filmed, the 200, the 210, 15, and the 220, 225. What I did to train for the Nashville contest just has fizzled out. It wasn't working. It wasn't novel. So I kind of came up with this idea in my head, just keep adding 10 pounds. It kind of warms me up along the way. And I wasn't using any elbow sleeves, wrist wraps, belt, nothing. I really don't think they helped me too much. Or a grip shirt. And here it is, 220. Which I didn't think I was ever going to get that. It felt so heavy last week. And here we go, 225 axle. Post-rec PR. It's been almost 3.5 months in the making to get back to this point. I was at 250 before the wreck. So I'm chipping away at it. And I went ahead and put my gear on, grip shirt, belt, sleeves, wrist wraps. I thought, hey, and I rested a pretty good while, 5 minutes or so. Had 230 and 235. I thought, well, let's give it a crack, see where it's at. At this point, I'm pretty tired. And again, I really don't think the supportive equipment helps me too much. So, didn't get the clean, didn't get the press. But kind of about like what 220 was last week. So I'd say another week or two, I'll be hitting this. I'll keep making progress. It's super close on a 235 axle. So I was pretty happy with that lift. All right, and then this was today, Friday. Kind of working with the axle, just work on that power off the floor. And the Texas deadlift bar is going to be more like the Kratos or the Mammoth bar, whichever bar we use at Nationals. That's my buddy Aaron doing this little ball toss there while I was getting ready for it. Let's see what this was. 500 on each implement. I think, yep, 500 on each implement. Again, kind of deloading this week, but I kind of went heavier than I was going to, so went with 500. Then after this, I jump to 525. Kind of had planned to do 550, but I backed off. I mean, I'm capable of more here, but they just feel so slow. And I'm looking for more power, more strength to have any chance of pulling 700 at Nationals. So here's 500, strap in. And trying to get used to my straps too. I use my straps on everything today. I'm usually a mixed grip puller. But again, I just want to maximize my pull, not have to think about my grip. Just did 1 rep each bar. And that's it for that deadlift. Like I said, I went and did a 25-pound jump. Again, trying to get my belt in the right spot too. I've gained a little weight, so I'm probably about hole 3. I really like it in hole 4 when I'm doing max effort, but couldn't quite get there today. Again, trying to get efficient and strapping in. A little slow. I just felt like it was slow. I mean, I've got more, but I want that faster. And the same thing with the 525 here on the Texas bar. Just felt like it was slow. I'm trying to make sure I'm getting even when I'm strapping in. Because last week I kind of had an issue off center somehow. I feel like I need to jerk more at the bottom and just pull the weight. Get a little more momentum instead of pulling with a slow pull like that. Alright, so it dropped off here, went to 475, and did sets of 3 on each. I kind of had in my head I was going to do 500 for as many reps as possible. But I went up doing 475, kind of a sets of 3 on each bar. I did kind of a 1 rep max calculator if I could do 475 for 10, which I could. I could do 475 for 10 reps. That put my max at around 635. Again, just kind of working on getting strapped in. So this part of my week kind of wasn't much of a deload. I deload more in the beginning of the week. It was kind of just right back at it at the end of the week. Again, I felt this was kind of slow. But the axle is stiff, and I expect it to be slow. The Texas bar should be getting a little pop out of it. A little more speed off my floor. And I did not do my rack pulls this week. I may do them in a couple of days. Because I could already tell I was going to be sore after this workout here. Alright, here we go. Last bar. Texas deadlift bar, 475. And I kind of take my time strapping in. Trying to work on my brace off the floor here. Make sure it's in a good spot.